Hey guys, it is me, Lucario Mario 7, with finally another commentary. Hallelujah. Well, considering the fact that it has been forever since I last did one, I think it's only appropriate that I change things up a bit. From now on, my avatar will be Torihiko Oshima from Morinatsu, and no more Big Macintosh, since really I'm not a brony anymore. Now, to get to the juicy stuff. Apparently, since I have been in a long hiatus of doing commentaries, I also noticed that another person has been on hiatus as well. You all remember Guptill89, right? Well, apparently this video he made last month really got my interest, believe it or not. However, what I will warn you guys right now is that this video's purpose falls flat on its face later on. You guys know what I mean when we get there. So, without further ado, let's jump right in, shall we? Believe me, we've already been populated by a bunch of idiots.
Really, Paul Raines? Really? Many of you might already know this, but the CEO of GameStop is planning to close 120 to 130 stores worldwide May 31st. What's the reason? Well, get this. They want to focus on mobile gaming.
And yet, as usual, Guptill doesn't know 1/10 of how our economy works. Guptill, what you fail to realize is that capitalism plays a major role in our economy. It's because of this practice that we're actually doing way better than what we could have been if the entire economic idea was founded and practiced by you. I am literally surprised you didn't take any advice from Youngblood Fantasy 91. He actually explained everything to you perfectly, and you could have actually learned a thing or two.
So if your local store closes, kiss your chances of purchasing games like Dead Rising 3 and Forza Motorsport 5 half goodbye. I say half goodbye because stores like Best Buy and Target are also selling new games and consoles. Regardless, their inventory is nowhere near as deep as GameStop's.
I fail to realize that. Aren't you even aware that you can get the same game at Target, Walmart, etc. for like the same exact price? Heck, you might even get it cheaper at Walmart, for God's sake. I mean, come on, think logically here, Guptill.
Now, granted, closing around 125 stores out of 6,457 internationally isn't too big a loss, but that is still a lot of closures. Thankfully, there are other physical game stores competing against GameStop, such as Slacker's CDs and Games and Play and Trade.
Never heard of them.
However, GameStop happens to be the largest concrete firm of them all. The fact that 120 to 130 stores are to be closed in favor of selling mobile devices and Apple products just sucks all the variety out of the gaming industry and could likely mean that major and independent developers for console and computer games will end up losing money while the rest of the cash ends up in the hands of corporations like Apple and Samsung.
Guptill, I have absolutely no idea how many times I have to hammer this into your head, and I don't know how hard I have to do it. But from now on, every time you make this kind of argument, I'm just gonna put this on the video. Okay? Enjoy.
In other words, it'll sort of resemble the story of Robin Hood, except he would be stealing from the poor. Now, despite how I don't really care too much for smartphones, I have to give credit where credit is due. First of all, having internet with you on the go can be convenient. Let's say you were living in Washington, D.C., and you were walking to your job, and you passed the Lincoln Memorial. If you wanted to know more about the monument, you'd be able to look up information about it on your phone.
Whoa, wait a second here, Guptill. You're actually making good points? With an iPhone? Oh my god. Oh my god. It must be Christmas. This is actually a miracle. Guptill, you're actually doing something right. Oh my god. And you're promoting the iPhone, no less. Oh my god. Oh my god. Please. Please, tell me more, good sir.
Here's another. If you've never owned a portable MP3 player and you have a smartphone, the phone has one built in.
Yes, actually. Yes, that is a very good point.
The camera is also useful. If you take footage or photos of, say, a natural disaster, news reporters can use the footage or pictures to prove there was a catastrophe.
Oh my god. I literally cannot comprehend what I'm hearing. Guptill, you're actually making sense!
But the best additions to smartphones are the notes and flashlight. If you don't think to bring a notebook with you, reminding yourself to carry out an important task is a piece of cake. Like here, for instance. So, after this lacrosse game is over, we're gonna need to get some milk on the way back. That's a good idea. In fact, I should make a note of that.
Oh my god. Ladies and gentlemen, I cannot believe what I'm seeing here. Guptill is actually making good points. It's a miracle! It's a miracle, for God's sake.
As for the flashlights, well, it's self-explanatory. Perfect for when there's a power outage.
You know, Guptill, maybe you're really not a bad person after all. I'm so sorry I misjudged you. I mean, you've done something right. It's not what I personally like, but you know what? You're actually starting to make sense. I'm so proud of you. I think I'm just gonna subscribe to you now. Which is what I would have said, and done as well, if he didn't have anything to say about this.
Now, the biggest dilemma in today's world is that around 1 billion people have become so attached to modern mobile devices that they can't go for more than 10 minutes without checking it.
Try me!
Worse, they've become oblivious to their surroundings and even major events. Even when there are folks gathered to watch a sports game, there's always someone away from the action, absorbed by some other form of entertainment.
Yes, that is true. But you know what? There's this little thing that people always constantly have called boredom! Clearly, Guptill, you have not majored in psychology.
That's a drag. But now it's time to return to the meat and potatoes of this presentation.
God damn it, Guptill, now I'm hungry. Thanks a lot.
The closing of 120 to 130 GameStop stores worldwide.
Okay, so I actually didn't bring this up earlier in the commentary, but it's better now than never. Guptill, haven't you at least ever considered of thinking why these stores are doing horrible? Here, in fact, let me give you a list of possible explanations as to why.
Surprisingly, there is a bright side to this problem. The individual stores that are closing are the ones that are doing badly. Now, I find that hard to believe considering how many consumers scramble to the store to pick up the newest Call of Duty title, or any remaining copies of Grand Theft Auto 5, Halo 4, or anything popular with the mainstream audience. It's just a really bad idea overall. Most, if not all, electronic stores sell portable touchscreen devices, and GameStop's slogan is power to the players, not power to the mobile players.
Guptill, have you ever considered the fact that maybe GameStop's motto means that it should be its own store aside from being a joint store with Apple or whatever? That's like taking Burger King and Chrysler together to make one joint store. It doesn't work.
And let's face it, the two main games that are still the talk of the town are Candy Crush Saga and Angry Birds.
Wow. Just, wow. Wow. Guptill, I cannot believe how far behind you are. Like, oh my god.
But before they were developed, the talk of the town portable games were Pokemon and Tetris.
Okay, better yet, you know what, Guptill? I'm gonna show you a list of games that were popular right before Angry Birds did.
let me tell you, those two Game Boy titles are 10 times deeper than a simple Matchup 3 title, and a title where the only action the player executes is slingshotting wingless birds into a structure just to annihilate pigs.
Okay, Pokemon, I can actually kind of understand with this one. Because, you know, it's more of an adventure game where you go with your Pokemon in battle, and even form a special bond with said Pokemon. That's how it works. That I can understand, but Tetris? It's just a puzzle game! Guptill, you do not know the more proper definition of a game that is deep.
Candy Crush and Angry Birds might as well be on the Tiger Gamecom. Another reason I never bother with phone games is because of the touchscreen itself. I mean, you're skimming your fingers over a screen to control the action, and more often than not, a particular action you don't want to carry out gets executed anyway because of how sensitive the touch mechanics are.
Then here's the solution. Oh, I don't know, maybe, like, get a stylus?
I noticed this when I was scrolling down my Facebook wall.
Am I the only one that actually cringes that I found out that Guptill actually has a Facebook?
It almost makes me want to return to my computer.
Then do what Angry John said. Go back to your computer.
Can you imagine how ludicrous it would be to play a racing game with a touchscreen as your only means of control? This is why the DS and 3DS have buttons. Now, if you enjoy Candy Crush, Angry Birds, or some other phone game, more power to you. Nevertheless, there is a fine line between playing a game and being addicted to it.
Oh dear God, Guptill, you're not gonna tell us to go outside, are you?
And the latter is becoming the winner for too many cell phone users. You keep ignoring that small voice in your head telling you, isn't there something productive you could be doing with your time?
You're seriously not going this route.
Finally, I'm quite aware that this is the 4th time I've ranted against certain technology, but this is really a constant issue that is sickening human civilization.
Oh really? So you're telling me it's all about technology that is the major issue, not global warming, or wars, or world hunger, or human rights, animal rights, or anything around those lines. It's technology that is the real issue here, Guptill. You are just totally on the ball today.
Even though I told cell phone users it's fine if you enjoy phone games, they mostly shouldn't exist in the long run. I mean, these are games that are being played inside of a device that's main purpose is to communicate with people from anywhere.
Well, it's very clear to me, Guptill, that you've never heard of this word called innovation.
And since I mentioned the Tiger Gamecom earlier, I might even consider smartphones an advanced Gamecom because the Gamecom also had very basic games and PDA features as well as a touchscreen. The Nintendo DS and 3DS are the same type of consoles, but their titles are definitely superior to phone games.
To a certain aspect, yes, I can agree with you there, but in general, no!
If you don't believe me, try a Professor Layton title.
While I play Professor Layton, you tried Tomodachi Life.
To sum everything up, touchscreen phone games are entertainment magnets for loads and loads of people. Has everyone forgotten about comic book stores, libraries, and most importantly, enjoying nature?
Yep, you did it. You brought the message again. Congratulations, this is your previous rant all over again.
Judging from the behavior, I'd be 60 to 70% right. Ceasing the production of a large inventory of console and handheld games published by major organizations in favor of opening businesses that sell mobile devices is a pea-brained commitment because, again, it kills variety.
Okay, you know what, considering the fact that I am too lazy to make a list just like Angry John did, I'm just gonna send you guys a link to his video on this. Okay, and I'll make it so that he shows all the kinds of variety that he shows on there.
Paul Raines, the universe of video games does not revolve around this. Variety is the spice of life. It keeps it from being dull. Again, I know the estimated 125 stores are doing badly in business, yet the decision for their closure spells doom for customers who can easily locate a game they want to purchase. It's It's like having a group of professional traveling cyclists performing a bar spin as their only trick, or selling apple juice as the only beverage, or covering a bed of flowers with another bed of flowers. Judging from how lush the mobile sphere truly is, there is absolutely no need to open more businesses. If it isn't broke, don't fix it.
At the time of the recordings, I truly thought the closure idea was stupid.
No. Okay, just no. I'm wrapping this up. Here are my final thoughts. Guptill, you clearly have no idea what capitalism really is. If you knew this, you wouldn't be making any of these videos. Like, ever. Okay, I will agree with you on one thing, though. The way you're promoting all the neat features of the iPhone, it really does come in handy. I'm not gonna lie. In fact, when I'm at a football game or whatever, or soccer or whatever, I'll just simply listen to music and, fade into my own mind. I don't know. I'll do something around those lines. But for God's sake, Guptill, just... No. No, okay? This video is completely flawed. If you're promoting the iPhone, then you're gonna attract a lot more customers to get the iPhone. It's common sense. I don't know why you keep on appearing and reappearing all over the time, and I don't know why I'm making commentaries on you. But you know what? Sometimes I get the feeling that you're not gonna listen to anybody because you have your head so shoved up far up your ass that you're not willing to take any kind of criticism at all whatsoever. And if you want, make a response to all the commentaries I made on you. Try. I at least encourage you to try to prove me wrong. Stupid dead horse. This is Lucario Mario 7 reminding you to keep it cool. See you later.